Gentlemen, let me ask you a question straight from the heart. Have you ever been told that if you just swallow a handful of supplements, all your problems with energy, sleep, and manhood will magically disappear? For millions of men over 60, that promise has turned into disappointment. They've spent years and thousands of dollars on bottles of magnesium pills, hoping for the spark of youth to return, only to find themselves still tired, still restless at night, and still frustrated in the bedroom. Here's the unvarnished truth. Most of those pills barely move the needle. Some pass straight through your system without ever nourishing your blood vessels or helping your testosterone. They leave you waiting, hoping, and questioning if the man you used to be is gone for good. I'm Dr. Jonathan Prescott, professor of urology and men's health, with more than 3 decades of experience standing beside men in their 60s, 70s, even their 80s. My career has been built on one mission: to uncover why erections fade with age, why so many treatments disappoint, and what nature already gave us that actually works. And here's the paradox that shocks most of my patients. Magnesium is essential. Without it, your heart, your blood vessels, even your testosterone can't function properly. But chasing it through pills, that often misses the mark. Your body struggles to absorb it from tablets. Yet, nature already designed 2 humble nuts, simple, affordable, available anywhere, that deliver not just magnesium but a package of powerful compounds that pills will never match. Eat these 2 nuts the right way at the right time and something remarkable can happen. Blood flow to your penis improves naturally. Morning erections come back stronger. Sleep deepens, energy rises, and with that energy comes the confidence that age tried to steal. So, in the moments ahead, I'll reveal exactly which nuts they are, why they outperform expensive supplements, and how men just like you are reviving their manhood with nothing more than a nightly habit. I want you to stay with me because this is not theory, it's practical, science-backed guidance you can use tonight. But before we begin, let me invite you into something bigger. This channel is not just about lectures. It's about building a community of men who refuse to let age define them. So, here's what I ask. Subscribe right now and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a chance to strengthen your health and restore your vitality. Leave a comment below. If this message speaks to you, type 1. If you're skeptical, type 0. I read every comment and your voice helps guide what I bring you next. And most importantly, hit the like button. It may seem like a small gesture, but it tells me, and it tells YouTube, that men's health matters. And let me add this: if you press like today, I want to speak a blessing over you man to man. May your mornings be filled with strength you thought was gone. May your nights bring rest, peace, and the spark of intimacy renewed. And may you walk with the quiet pride of knowing that you are not finished, you are still very much alive, still capable, and still a man with purpose. So welcome, brothers, let's begin this journey together. The first truth every man over 60 must understand is why erections naturally fade with age, and why pills alone will never solve the problem. Let's get honest, brothers. After 60, things begin to change in ways we can't ignore. Many men sit across from me in my office, shoulders heavy, eyes searching, asking the question they've been too embarrassed to say out loud at home. Doctor, why does my body not answer me the way it used to? Why do I wake up without that morning strength that once came so naturally? And here's what I tell them every single time: it isn't betrayal, it's biology. With age, testosterone, the very hormone that fuels your energy, your drive, and your erections, naturally declines. Blood vessels lose the elasticity they once had, becoming stiffer, less responsive. The nerves that used to fire at the lightest touch begin to react more slowly. And layered on top of this biology are the burdens of modern life: poor sleep, chronic stress, high blood pressure medications, diabetes, drugs, even the antidepressants many men quietly take. These compounds stack up against you, making your body's job even harder. It's no wonder so many men feel not only frustrated but defeated. They begin to wonder if manhood itself has slipped away for good. So what do most men do? They reach for pills. Viagra over-the-counter boosters, magnesium tablets, exotic herbal capsules, whatever promises the fastest fix. I see cabinets full of bottles when men bring me their lists, and I understand why. Pills feel like a magic button, a way to patch the problem overnight. But here's the blunt truth: pills only scratch the surface. Viagra may open blood vessels, but it does nothing to restore testosterone or repair nerve signaling. Magnesium tablets, often poorly absorbed, passing through the body like dust in the wind. Herbal blends, sometimes helpful but rarely consistent. Taking these is like patching a leaky roof with duct tape. It might hold for a rain shower, but the storm will break through. I've met countless men who walked into my office convinced their best days were behind them, who discovered something life-changing once they understood the real reasons erections fade. Their problem wasn't a lack of willpower. Their problem wasn't that they were broken. Their problem was relying on solutions that never addressed the root causes. And once we worked with the body instead of against it, by fueling blood flow naturally, by supporting hormones, by restoring sleep, the spark came back, morning wood returned. Confidence grew, relationships healed. And these men realized something powerful. Their strength hadn't disappeared, it had only been buried under years of the wrong approach. Gentlemen, this is where your journey begins. Not with another pill, not with another false promise, but with knowledge. Because once you see the truth behind why erections fade, you can take action that actually works. So if pills aren't the solution, what is? The answer lies in understanding how magnesium truly functions inside your body, and why the way you've been getting it may have held you back all along. And that's exactly what we'll uncover next. When men come into my office, I often ask them a simple question. What supplements are you taking right now? 9 times out of 10, magnesium is on the list. They sit back in their chair and tell me, "Doctor, I take it for sleep, for my muscles, for energy." And they're not wrong. Magnesium is one of the most vital minerals in the human body, woven into more than 300 processes that keep us alive and thriving. It relaxes your blood vessels so circulation can flow freely. It steadies your heartbeat, keeping the rhythm that sustains life. It calms your nervous system, allowing you to slip into deep restorative sleep. And yes, it plays a quiet but essential role in testosterone function. Without enough magnesium, a man's balance is disturbed. Energy falters, mood sinks, and sexual health, erections, stamina, desire begins to wobble. But here's the truth most men never hear. Magnesium from a pill is not the same as magnesium from food. The majority of supplements sold at pharmacies come in cheap forms like magnesium oxide, forms the body barely absorbs. That pill you take faithfully at night might not be helping you at all. In fact, much of it can pass straight through your system, offering little more than false hope. I cannot count how many times I've seen men blame themselves for failure, believing their body is broken when the real problem lies in the pill itself. That's a tragedy because the issue is not that magnesium doesn't matter, it's that the delivery system is flawed. Food is different. Nature never intended for nutrients to travel alone. In almonds, walnuts, and other whole foods, magnesium arrives in the company of fats, proteins, antioxidants, and enzymes. That teamwork signals your body to absorb and use the mineral in exactly the way it was designed to. It's like the difference between trying to run an engine with dry powder versus giving it oil, fuel, and spark together. One sputters, the other roars. That's why real food so often outperforms an expensive bottle of pills. A handful of the right nuts can deliver magnesium in a form your blood vessels, hormones, and nerves actually recognize. And along with magnesium comes a cascade of other compounds that no supplement manufacturer can truly bottle. Arginine for nitric oxide, vitamin E for vessel health, omega-3s for flexibility, melatonin for sleep. This is why I tell my patients, stop blaming yourself when the pills don't work. It isn't your body that's the problem, it's the approach. So the question naturally follows, if magnesium itself is vital but pills are unreliable, what natural sources can you trust? The answer lies in 2 humble nuts that not only supply magnesium your body can absorb, but also deliver a full orchestra of erection-boosting power. And in the next section, I'll show you why these nuts succeed where pills fail every time. Over the decades, I've had countless conversations with men who came into my office weary and worn out. They looked me in the eye and said, "Dr. Prescott, I've tried everything, magnesium tablets, powders, capsules, even exotic boosters from late-night TV ads, and nothing gives me back my strength." I can hear the frustration in their voices. And I always tell them something simple but profound. Nature is wiser than any factory. See, a pill can only try to imitate what food already perfected. It may deliver one isolated nutrient, but your body was never designed to operate on single parts in isolation. Real food delivers a complete package, with nutrients working hand in hand, recognized by the body as fuel, not as strangers. That's why certain nuts outperform magnesium pills in ways that surprise even the most skeptical men. When you eat the right nuts, you're not just swallowing magnesium, you're receiving a symphony of compounds working in harmony. Healthy fats cushion your blood vessels, keeping them smooth and flexible. Amino acids like arginine boost nitric oxide, the very molecule that draws blood into the penis. Antioxidants sweep away the silent damage caused by age and stress. And minerals work together to nourish testosterone, lifting desire and energy naturally. This is something no pill on a shelf can fully reproduce. A capsule may target one pathway, but it ignores the orchestra of interactions that real food provides. That's why so many men notice no difference with pills but begin to feel transformation with something as simple as a handful of nuts each evening. I remember a man named Harold, a retired firefighter in his late 60s. He told me, "Doctor, I thought my body had shut down for good. Then I swapped out my supplements for a nightly routine of nuts, and within weeks my mornings changed. I woke up with strength again, something I thought was gone forever." His wife noticed, his confidence returned, and for Harold that small change wasn't just about physical function, it was about reclaiming his sense of manhood. These stories are not rare. They are what happens when you stop fighting biology with synthetic shortcuts and instead partner with it using natural, whole foods. Your body knows what to do when you give it the right tools. So the question becomes, which nuts are the true game changers? Which ones deliver not only magnesium, but also the erection-boosting compounds that pills can never replicate? Let's begin with the first. A nut you've known all your life, but likely never realized holds the power to transform your nights. When I think back on the earliest men I treated, those who came to me weary, their confidence shaken, one of the simplest yet most powerful recommendations I gave was this: add almonds into your nightly routine. Most of them looked at me with disbelief. "Dr. Prescott, how could something so small make such a difference?" And I always smiled because I knew what would follow. Almonds are not ordinary. They carry a quiet strength, packed with nutrients that speak directly to the needs of an aging man's body. Yes, they are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium, but that's only the beginning. Almonds are filled with vitamin E, a potent antioxidant that protects and repairs blood vessels, keeping them flexible enough to deliver blood where it matters most, whether to your heart or to your erections. But there's more. Almonds contain arginine, an amino acid that fuels nitric oxide, the same pathway medications like Viagra target. Except here it comes naturally, gently, and in a form your body knows how to use without side effects. Add to this the healthy monounsaturated fats in almonds, fats that help balance hormones and keep testosterone functioning smoothly even as the years advance, and you begin to see why this small nut has such a profound impact. I'll never forget George, a 72-year-old retired mechanic who began eating a small handful of almonds before bed each night. Within just a few weeks, George reported waking up with stronger, fuller morning erections than he had felt in years. He told me it wasn't just the physical change, it was the pride and confidence that returned. His wife noticed, his energy lifted, and he walked a little taller, no longer carrying the silent weight of shame. That's the power almonds can bring. Not flashy, not expensive. Just consistent, natural support for the very systems that age tries to wear down. But here's what makes almonds truly special: they are only half of the equation. Alone, they are remarkable, but when combined with a second nut, one that works in harmony with them, the results go beyond circulation. They touch sleep, energy, and emotional vitality. It's the pairing that unlocks the full spectrum of recovery. And so, to complete this picture, let's turn to the second nut, the one I often call the heart nut, because of both its shape and its extraordinary effect on blood flow and restoration. Over the years, I've come to call walnuts the heart nut. Not only because of their familiar shape, but because of their profound effect on circulation. When I explain to my patients how this simple nut can change not only their cardiovascular health, but also their sexual vitality, I see their eyes widen. Walnuts are not just another snack you toss into a bowl, they are a therapeutic food, perfectly crafted by nature to restore what age has slowly taken away. What makes walnuts so unique is their abundance of omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats work like polish on the inside of your arteries, keeping them smooth and flexible, allowing blood to move freely without resistance. And when blood flows easily through your vessels, it flows easily into the penis. For a man struggling with softer or inconsistent erections, that improved circulation can be nothing short of life-changing. But walnuts offer more than omega-3s. They're rich in polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that fight the silent damage of aging, oxidative stress, the the gradual wear and tear that stiffens blood vessels and robs them of their youth. With walnuts, that slow decay is resisted, giving your vascular system a fighting chance. And yes, walnuts contain magnesium too, but in a form the body absorbs and uses more effectively than most tablets ever could. It's a 1-2 punch. Magnesium to fuel hormone function and circulation, omega-3s to keep blood moving, antioxidants to protect what's left. There's another gift hidden in walnuts, one many men never realize: melatonin. This natural hormone is your body's signal for deep, restorative sleep. And sleep, my friends, is not just about rest. During the night, testosterone levels rise, tissues repair, and spontaneous erections occur several times, oxygenating the penis and maintaining its health. Without deep sleep, this nightly maintenance breaks down. Walnuts help restore that rhythm. I remember Michael, a 68-year-old teacher who came to me discouraged. He had nearly given up on intimacy, convinced his days of connection with his wife were behind him. I suggested he combine a handful of walnuts with almonds each evening. Within a month, he returned with a smile that told the story before he spoke a word. His erections were stronger, his energy steadier, and perhaps most important of all, his bond with his wife was renewed. Stories like Michael's are not miracles, they're biology supported by consistent habits. Walnuts feed the blood vessels, nourish the hormones, and calm the nervous system so the body can rebuild. But here's the real key. It's not only what you eat, it's when you eat it. Timing determines how deeply your body can use these nutrients for healing. And that's why in the next section, we'll uncover why nighttime isn't just convenient, it's the critical window that unlocks the full power of these foods. Before I go further, I want to pause and do something I consider essential. This channel isn't just about me lecturing, it's about us building a real conversation. I read your comments, your letters, your questions. And every time I do, I'm reminded that behind every message is a man searching for answers, for hope, or simply for a place to be heard. So tonight, let me answer a few that stood out from our last video. Question 1 from David in Ohio. Dr. Prescott, thank you. I followed your advice about simple nightly routines, and after 3 weeks I feel more alive. Could it really be this easy? David, I'm grateful for your words. Sometimes the most powerful solutions are the simplest. The body doesn't always need something complicated, it just needs the right support given consistently. Question 2 from Anthony in Texas. What's the actual science here? Is it really nitric oxide that drives erections? Or is that just theory? Anthony, excellent question. The answer is yes, nitric oxide is the molecule that relaxes blood vessels and allows blood to enter the penis. Without it, no pill, no supplement, no desire will make erections possible. Foods like almonds and walnuts fuel nitric oxide naturally, which is why they are so effective. Question 3 from an anonymous commenter. This is nonsense. Nuts can't fix a lifetime of problems. You're just telling old men what they want to hear. I smile when I read these because skepticism is healthy, and you're right, no food alone can erase decades of poor habits. But when real nutrition is combined with sleep, exercise, and care for the whole man, the results are undeniable. My patient stories speak louder than my words ever could. Question 4 from Charles in Florida. Doctor, I have diabetes and I'm on 3 medications. Can I still benefit from these nightly nuts? Charles, the short answer is yes. In fact, men with diabetes often see some of the most dramatic improvements because circulation is where the struggle lies. Of course, you should continue your prescribed treatments, but these foods can support your body in ways pills alone cannot. Question 5 from Mark in California. Do I have to eat them raw or can I sneak them in with a little chocolate at night? Mark, you made me laugh. The answer, raw is best, roasted is fine, and if a touch of dark chocolate helps you stay consistent, by all means enjoy it. Just don't let the chocolate outweigh the nuts. Gentlemen, thank you for these questions. Keep them coming. Every comment is a reminder that this community is alive, growing, and listening. Now let's turn back to the science and discover why timing, especially nighttime, is the secret key to unlocking all of this potential. One of the most common mistakes I see, even among men who finally embrace almonds and walnuts, is timing. They proudly tell me, Dr. Prescott, I've started adding them to my breakfast, or I grab a handful in the afternoon when I need a snack. And while I nod and encourage them because healthy food is always better than processed snacks, I also have to tell them a truth that often surprises them. You're missing the most powerful window of all. Gentlemen, timing isn't just an afterthought, it's the key. And when it comes to restoring erections, hormones, and vitality after 60, nighttime is where the magic happens. Here's why. During the night, while you sleep, your body is performing quiet miracles. Testosterone, the hormone that fuels your energy, drive, and erections, naturally rises in the early hours of rest. Blood vessels relax and repair themselves, healing from the daily stress and microscopic damage that come with age. And perhaps most fascinating of all, your body produces spontaneous erections throughout the night, not always from desire but from maintenance. These nighttime erections oxygenate the penis, keeping tissue alive and responsive. Without them, the machinery begins to weaken. Now imagine this: just before bed, you supply your body with almonds and walnuts, magnesium to calm your nervous system, arginine and omega-3s to fuel nitric oxide and blood flow, vitamin E and polyphenols to protect and repair vessels, and melatonin, naturally present in walnuts, to deepen your sleep. Suddenly, your body isn't limping into the night on empty, it's fully equipped with everything it needs to restore, rebuild, and revive. That's why so many men report the same story. Doctor, I started eating these nuts before bed, and within a week or two, I woke up with stronger morning erections than I've had in years. They're not imagining it, it's biology. The body is simply doing what it always wanted to do, only now it has the right tools at the right time. I'll never forget Frank, a 70-year-old truck driver who told me, "I thought my body was done. But when I gave it the right fuel at night, it felt like my system had been waiting all these years for me to finally help it." And his words capture the essence of this truth. Timing matters. Gentlemen, don't miss this window. Your nights are not just for sleep, they are for repair, renewal, and restoration. And when you support your body in that natural rhythm, the results are not just stronger erections, they are deeper rest, steadier energy, and renewed hope. But here's something even more powerful. Beyond the biology lies something deeper: the emotional transformation that happens when men begin to reclaim their strength. And that's what we'll uncover next. Gentlemen, let's be honest. When men first sit across from me in my office, what they carry isn't just a physical problem. They carry the weight of disappointment, the quiet shame of not being able to perform like they once did, and the gnawing fear that maybe this decline is permanent. I see it in their eyes before they ever speak. The hesitation, the doubt, the unspoken question, am I still a man if I can't do this anymore? And every single time, I look them in the eye and tell them, your masculinity is not gone, your strength is not gone. What you are experiencing is not the end, it is your body asking for the right kind of support. When men begin to commit to simple natural changes, like a nightly handful of almonds and walnuts, I witness something remarkable. Yes, their erections improve. Yes, their energy climbs. Yes, their sleep deepens. But beneath those physical changes lies something even more profound: a shift in the way they see themselves. I remember Robert, a 74-year-old veteran, who told me after a month of this habit, "Doctor, it feels like my wife and I turned back the clock 20 years. We laugh more, we touch more, and for the first time in years, I look in the mirror and feel proud again." That kind of transformation cannot be measured by blood tests alone. It shows up in posture, in confidence, in the way a man greets his partner with a smile instead of avoidance. Because here's the truth: erections are not just about sex. They are a signal of vitality, a message from the body saying, "I am alive, I am capable, I am still here." When men restore that signal, something inside reignites, their relationships blossom, their sense of masculinity returns, and hope, which had been buried under years of frustration, rises again. Gentlemen, it is never too late. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s reclaim not just their physical strength, but their dignity and confidence. Nightly erections, restored by the simplest foods, are not just a sign of physical health, they are reminders that you are not finished. You are still very much alive and still capable of deep connection and joy. And this leads us to our final step: how to take everything we've learned and put it into practice tonight, so you can move forward not just with knowledge, but with action. Gentlemen, we've walked together through a journey many men never dare to take openly. We uncovered the real reasons erections fade after 60, not betrayal, but biology. We exposed why pills so often disappoint, offering only short-term patches while leaving the deeper problems untouched. And we revealed how magnesium, when taken from the right natural sources, can fuel your energy, balance your hormones, and restore your vitality in ways no pill ever could. We looked closely at almonds, with their vitamin E to protect your vessels, their arginine to fuel nitric oxide, and their healthy fats to support testosterone. We discovered walnuts, loaded with omega-3s to keep blood flowing, polyphenols to guard against aging, and melatonin to deepen your sleep. And we saw how timing, eating them before bed, unlocks their full potential, giving your body the building blocks it needs during the hours when repair and renewal naturally happen. But most importantly, we talked about what this really means for you. This isn't just about stronger erections. It's about waking up in the morning with energy you thought was gone. It's about looking in the mirror and recognizing yourself again. It's about intimacy restored, laughter shared, and the spark of pride in being the man you still are. I have treated men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who believed their best days were behind them. Yet with these simple, natural steps, they discovered something astonishing. Their vitality was not lost, it was waiting to be reawakened. And the same is true for you, so here is my challenge. Tonight, before you go to bed, don't reach for another pill bottle. Instead, reach for almonds and walnuts, just a handful, stay consistent, trust your body. And then watch over the coming weeks, as your system thanks you with energy, confidence, and strength you thought age had stolen. And as we close, I want to leave you with this: you are not broken, you are not finished. You are still alive, still capable, still worthy of love and pride. If this message has resonated with you, I ask you now, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, and most of all, press like. And may that click be more than a gesture. May it be a declaration that you believe in your own renewal. My blessing for you is simple. May your mornings be strong, may your nights be peaceful, and may your days ahead be brighter than the years behind.